as we go into raid, capture the flag. You know, completely different game mode once again. It's the first one that we've seen between these two teams, so could see a very different story from here on in.
That's both these teams attending the COD Championships, as said, but obviously Epsilon, the lineup slightly edited. Take out Zowers and replace them with the Scotsman Nick Ward. Excellency to all the Call of Duty viewers. And you know, that's a completely different lineup for me. There he is himself, actually.
Showing some moral support to his LA teammates.
That's exactly what he's doing, so you're going to sit behind them, have a watch, because obviously they want to play together so much, especially because of this event. A lot of teams want to play together, try and get the best out of this event as they can. And as you can see from the view of the hall here, the EGL COD stream is currently down. We're just watching this map. The map is actually going to be capture the flag on raid.
So, here we go. Epsilon hanging in there. They're going to have to win 3 rounds back-to-back. Capture the flag, of course. There's no flag limits. 2 5-minute rounds with teams swapping sides at the end of the 5 minutes. If the score is tied after both rounds, they will play a stopwatch where they attempt to capture the flag in the fastest time possible. And the flag must be at the home base to score, which is why we sometimes see these stalemate positions where if a team is actually winning by 1 flag, they'll just pull the other flag and hide. Yeah,
I mean, raid is a very, very good map for this, though, Rel. I mean, you know, you see it's the channels down the left and right side, in the middle, which is the quickest route, but it's more the risky route as well. So it's what we like to see in a CTF, where the quickest route is the riskiest, and the 2 safer sides are very long to get themselves bad there. I mean, I don't know. Can you ever remember playing Call of Duty World at War?
I didn't really. I was actually at med school during World at War, so that was kind of the Call of Duty I missed.
Oh, well, there was this humongous map. I literally was about to talk about it, and I forgot the name of it. But literally, what was it? Everyone who's played World at War at home will remember this huge map. Was basically a huge field with a huge railway track bridge in the middle.
Right.
Starts with an S.
CeeLo.
That is the one.
There we go.
It was absolutely humongous. It's about the size of Blackpool.
Yeah.
I mean, Blackpool's not a very big place, but in terms of Call of Duty maps, it was humongous. Yeah. I mean, literally used to be like other end of the map as well. It's not like they even, like for S&D, they minimized it to just a half of the map.
Yeah.
But on CTF, it was the whole thing.
They just played the whole thing out.
I mean, it was like literally taking you about 2 minutes to run the flag back.
Yeah.
It was an insane game. I mean, it was really boring. But, I mean, this sort of the similar sort of thing, but exaggerated. It did take longer to get around the outside, but if you ran straight through the middle, it didn't take very long at all. So that's the same sort of thing that we do see with the CTF map, well, with all maps. I mean, the middle is the quickest route for running anything, or running anywhere between the maps, but the outside, very regular, the longest.
Absolutely, and of course, raid being one of those maps where score streaks can impact the game so much. If you get a lightning strike, if you get a hellstorm, players will retain that until the enemy team pulls the flag, because that will just stop them dead in the water.
Yeah, I mean, Millenium are playing very well here, but I'll be honest, I never predicted them to be in my top 1 placements, because I don't know why, because you know the team is a very well established lineup, but their performance, I don't know what it is.
Unpredictable, I think.
Yeah, sometimes they can turn up, and I could put a team together and battle them.
Yeah,
but then the other times, they're just absolutely unstoppable, which is what we're seeing here, actually. But Epsilon with a very, very good start. The flag is already pulled straight away by Jed, so fantastic play. But then let's go board with him, see how he's going to run this flag home. Has he got any support from his team? And is there any Millenium players around? The answer to that is yes, he's going to run straight into one if he's not careful. I think, for me, he's been a little bit slow with that. He needed to be more aggressive, and just hopefully his team are going to be there. But because now Millenium have time to compose themselves, and you know, they have a good chance of returning this now.
Yeah, the play there from Judd, it was quite interesting. I think he got to that statue area, and he was just holding it. He wanted to see a few more Millenium players go down before he made the big push, because he was conscious that they would be rating around the flag and going for a counter cap.
It wasn't very risky play at all, but if he had taken the risk, he might have gotten away with it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, let's have a look. And once again, as we did discuss at the beginning of this map, it doesn't look as if we're going to go to stalemate, so we'll keep the map open like this just so we can keep an eye on if there's any attacks going on, and we will switch to that player. There's actually an attack going on by McGee.
Yeah.
He's going to stay alive, and actually there's another attack going on. It was Stowers, he gets shut down. Let's go on board. Let's see if McGee can do anything. He's stuck behind the hot tub by the looks of it.
Well, I think Millenium will be quite happy with this. They've got a little bit of breathing space now. That was looking like an Epsilon capture from the get-go. Jerd just pulled that flag all the way, and he slowed down towards this statue area. Maybe a little bit of a mistake by him that he's going to live to regret. But hey, let's see if they can seal this one out. He's completely relying on his teammates, though, to actually kill their flag carrier.
Sowers pushing up towards the flag. I think he's completely just dodged one of the players. They tried to get away from him. Just be a bit sneaky. Never got away with it, though. And, you know, Carnage is pushed in there. I'm going to switch teams. Just go on board with him, see what he can do. I'm going to keep up with the minimap just so we can see if there's any attacks going on for both teams. Carnage is the only one up here for Millenium. He has got support in the form of it is actually going to be Gataga. So let's see what Carnage and Gataga can do to try and return this flag. Gataga is shut down straight away by McGee with that headshot. Nice play by him. Still on board with Carnage. And there's not much attack. I mean, Epsilon all down on the left-hand side. But, you know, I think it's probably going to end up being closed out. 0-0 stalemate. Both teams are attacking very, very hard. Not much going on. Carnage shut down once again. Let's actually go on board with the attacking player from Epsilon, which is going to be Lucky.
Nobody really wants to make a move here because I think they're conscious that if they try and push in and go down, then that's going to put the team in jeopardy. There'll be no one defending the flag that they are currently retaining from the enemy team. And as Carnage takes out Lucky, things looking quite nice for Millenium right about now.
Yeah, Lucky's just been taken out. Sowers is up there, though, and he's being hunted down by the Millenium players. Why he chose to sprint like a target. He's pushing in there. He's going to take out one, and the flag guy is actually down. So all that needs to be done now is return. But of course, one of the Epsilon players is going to go around and pick that up. Does he have support from his team? But you know, you see Epsilon have two players pushing in there. Sorry if it's getting a little bit confusing at home, but we're just trying to keep an eye on any action going on. I think actually Sowers is going to be pushing up. He's in a good position to do something. Yeah,
and I think this is one of those games that's going to be decided by a single flag.
That is very smart by Sowers. I never realized you could do that, but he's not going to get the flag carrier there. Nelly takes him out. Very well played by him. He's just going to stay alive around that flag side. Oh, Nelly goes for the moho jump, so to speak. Didn't get away with it, though.
Doesn't pay off, no. And, yeah, I mean, it's like I'm saying, just a single flag capture could potentially decide this, which is why both of the teams are being so careful not to overextend. They don't want them all going down, otherwise you'll just see a big push from the opposing team. Watching Sowers once again here, actually opting for some defensive work. And you just, Epsilon really aren't pushing in much at all.
He's been outsmarted by Gataga by the looks of it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Gataga just going to come around the back of him there. Really nice play by him. Let's go on board with him. Let's actually keep the minimap up, as I said. So guys, if this is not giving you the best view at home, but we're just trying to give you the best sort of idea of what's actually going to go on. Jed's going to take out Carnage, though. There is another defender in the form of Prodigy back there to help out the flag runner, which is actually Diablo.
Yep, and Jerd actually keeping alive, managing to step back. He throws himself in there. Unfortunately, he turns the wrong way, and Prodigy is going to make the most of that. Millenium actually take down 2 of Epsilon, and this is when they've got to be very careful. McGee making sure he keeps his distance, and with 10 seconds left, we're going to see what has probably been the slowest game of this whole tournament, a stalemate from, you know, maybe halfway into that round.
It was even less than that. I think it was about 4 minutes they had the flag. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this is the problem with CTF. I think it's too slow for this game. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, I thought it was great, but I'm not a fan of it in Black Ops 2.
I mean, as far as objective games go, I've been really impressed with Hardpoint. I absolutely love watching that. I love casting it and love playing it as well. It's essentially, it's kind of like domination, but with 1 point that rotates. So, you know, it makes for some very interesting gameplay, and hopefully it's entertaining for you guys to watch back at home.
On board with Gataga. French celebrity himself pushing down the right-hand side. Nice kill with that AN94, though, using dexterity and extreme conditioning. So we're going to see some flags run with a bit of slaying as well. Using the AN94. No flags pulled, of course. Pulled very quickly by Lucky. Actually, sorry, I think it was Jerd. Eventually went for the pull. Lucky at the back there. He's going to get challenged by Gataga. He has to move away. And oh, big important kill by Lucky. But you know, Prodigy's come in there. Lucky's the last man alive inside the hub, inside the flag. It's not going to matter though. The flag's going to be pulled away by Diablo. Let's see what he's going to do with it and see where Epsilon spawn.
Yep, I mean, there's somebody from Epsilon middle map who's trying to do something. And who's this sneaking behind them all? It's going to be Lucky. He really needs to make this kill because... Oh, and he gets it.
Huge play by Lucky there. Carnage on a 4-kill streak. Not going to be able to do anything. Jerd's going to shut him down. But Gataga has managed to pull that flag away That should be flag number 1 for Millenium. Very well contested by Epsilon. Not going to matter. 4 minutes left on that clock. 1-0 to Millenium.
Epsilon in real trouble now. If they lose this capture the flag, that's going to be it. It will be a 3-0 victory for Millenium. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting this. I did think Epsilon would edge it, but I thought it would be a closer matchup between these two teams. Sure, the Search and Destroy was only 6-5, but I did see Epsilon taking a map.
Yeah, Epsilon, very subdued at the moment. They really need to step up the game, get a bit pumped, because as I was having this discussion, I think it was with Brycey, when Millenium get themselves pumped up, they're a pretty unstoppable force, but the flag's actually been pulled away by Sowers. Let's go on board with him, switching it up in the teams. You see, there they go, the middle route, the very quickest one. You said they were in trouble. It's not going to matter. Relis, that's going to draw it up to 1-1 now. There
we go. Epsilon are right back in this, and that's got to be frustrating for Millenium after it being 0-0 for so long and them securing a flag. They probably thought they were going to be able to take that. Epsilon on a rampage here, though, and shutting down most of the Millenium team. They should be able to actually make another push here.
Saying that, though. Carnage.
Hello.
Sitting in the back of the spawn here.
He's decided to pull it there. I was thinking he might actually wait that one out in case Epsilon did make a pull so that he could go for a counter cap. But no, he's actually going to try and take the win here.
Millenium have been completely shut down, though. So he does have support. I think it is in the form of Diablo. He's going to make a kill and protect them very well. And I can only see a stalemate going down here. It is actually going to be Jade with the flag. We'll stay on board with Carnage, though. See what he can do with that. But I'm going to change it up to one of the guys that's going to push out. That's going to be Kataga, using the AR9 full.
Well, this is very tense now, because with 2 minutes left on the clock, or just over 2 minutes, it could potentially be coming down to this one final capture. It is stalemate, as we've said before. This is probably going to last for an extended duration, because the problem is, of course, the flag carrier can't attack. He usually has one of his team defending him as well, which means there's only 2 aggressors.
I'm going to stay on board with Sowers, as he does actually have score streaks. Did Millenium notice? Because is he actually... He is in an area where he can get inside, but actually, if we can notice, there is actually one of the Epsilon players around the back. It isn't going to be McGee. Flag runner is trying to get away.
Uh-oh. What are you up to, McGee? He's chasing him. The Epsilon player is trying to get a little bit of a flank on here. Millenium have surrounded their flag that they've pulled. It's going to be up to McGee here, really, for Epsilon if they want to take this win.
He's going to have to make the first kill, which is actually going to be Prodigy. That's not going to happen, though. The flag's actually being dropped momentarily by Epsilon. And, you know, Diablo has just went in there, picked up 4 kills on his way. Let's see what he's going to do to try and return this flag. Is that flag going to be returned? Kataga's going to have to jump up there. Once again, the return from Millenium, and that is going to be surely...
Oh no, McGee manages to take out 2. Sowers with a Semtex as well. Look how close that flag is to the home point. Are they going to be able to secure it, or is that getting returned?
It's being returned once again. Amazing play by Epsilon. Kataga's now pulled that flag away. Let's have a look at the minimap to see what's going on here. It's going to go back to another stalemate.
Yeah, and it's a shame we actually didn't see the gunfight about that flag capture. That was millimeters away for a Millenium capture, and that would have no doubt won them this game. They would have been 2-1 in the lead, and I couldn't have really seen Epsilon bringing it back from that. But with 30 seconds left, as you said, Tony, we're in this stalemate situation once again.
So one of the Epsilon players pushing it does get taken out straight away. Just trying to have a look to see who we're on board with. It's going to be Carnage who gets taken. Sorry, takes out Lucky. 18 seconds to go. He really needs to push in there very quickly. He has support from a couple of his teammates as well. He's going to push in there. He's going to take out one. And, you know, Diablo is taking out the guy with the flag. McGee's the last one alive. Huge play by McGee there with the 2-piece in the final few seconds. He's going to keep a hold of that flag, and that is going to be a stalemate. We're going to go into Stopwatch.
McGee, I mean, I don't think it's very hard to understand how big those kills just were there. He had to make that 2-piece, and it was a very difficult one to make. You're going to see it here as well. If he did not do this, then Millenium would have won that.
Jumping up just the right time, taking out Carnage. Fantastic play by McGee. They're so aware of where Carnage was pushed on. Picks up the flag, keeps it at a draw, so the stopwatch is going to come into play. Would you like to explain it? Because I don't enjoy explaining it.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially the team that can capture the flag the quickest. So what's going to happen here? One team will most likely secure a flag, and then it's up to the other team to beat that time. and it's very good thanks to the support from Treyarch on this Call of Duty. The way that they've implemented this new rule set is going to mean that it actually pretty much becomes self-explanatory. We don't have to end any games. We don't have to do anything. The game takes care of it for us, which makes our lives a heck of a lot easier.
It's brilliant. It's hard to explain, but it's a very simple system.
It is, yeah. So we're watching Diablo now, and it's actually Millenium who were the first to pull that flag. Sours shutting Target out, and that's going to cease any sort of advancement on that front.
Yep. Watching that flag get returned. We're going to stay on board with Target, though. See what he's going to do from here. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on that clock.
Okay, well,
he's going over.
Let's bring up the scoreboard while we can and see what's going on. Target not having the best of games there. Of course, it's not all down to the kills. Flag has been pulled, though, and it's Carnage who's on this run.
Let's have a look, see what's going to go on with the minimap. And once again, Epsilon have pulled that away. Lucky with that flag pull. Carnage is all on his own, though. I mean, if one of the Epsilon players can break through here, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Lucky trying his hardest to get away. He does actually have one Millennium player in front of him. Has support as well. Carnage has managed to get away there. He does actually have somebody behind him. Does he know? The answer is no. Sours is going to take him out. Let's go and bowl with him. See if he can return this flag.
Well, he's not going to be able to, but he is still alive and in a dangerous position, trying to get behind enemy lines, but Diablo saying no.
We're going to stay on board with Sours because if you notice in the bottom right of your screen, he has a car that I'm presuming he can't drive.
No.
No.
Much like many other players at this event. But will he introduce the RCXD car or not? Because, of course, by bringing that out, that eliminates him from the game.
Oh, my God. He's just destroyed Diablo as well. Popping out to his left-hand side, jumps up, takes him out with that MSMC. Amazing player by Sours there. Sorry, I just cut you off.
No, that's fine. I mean, McGee actually following that up with a kill of his own. And it's Epsilon who are actually making these big pushes now as Sours takes down Diablo. This could be really, really big. And here comes the RCXD. Oh, nice pinpoint accuracy there from Millenium to prevent that. Smoke goes down.
Going in. Sours needs to make this kill if he wants to hope in hell of return this fight. 2 minutes and 41 left on the clock. Oh, very unfortunate by Sours. There's actually somebody else pushed up, though. Was Jerd, gets shut down instantly, and now that's the risk when sending 2 people, because you're going to have 3 Millennium players closing down on the flag. Millennium, Diablo taking out Lucky on the flag. That flag return should go in. Is the flag going to go in from Prodigy? The answer is yes.
And there we go. Millennium in a really nice position. Epsilon's backs are up against the wall. Not only are they 2 rounds down, but they have to capture a flag now in less than a full 5-minute round of capture the flag. It's going to be really difficult for them. If Millennium win this, if they can hold out for 2 minutes 40, then they will advance into a top 6 position here at EGL9. It's the Turtle Beach Call of Duty Spring Championships, and Millennium are putting in a brilliant display for all of you guys.
Yeah, we're going to go on board with Epsilon straight away, though. Let's go on board with Jerd to see what he can do. Actually, just have a look how they're going to attack this. It looks like they're going primarily for a left-hand side attack. Jerd's going to make a kill in the center, though, on Diablo. Going to be nearly cleaned up from money, but he's going to push in there now. And let's have a look at the Millennium setup. Very defensive as expected. Oh, lucky by Jerd. Nearly taking out Carnage. 3 down now. Lucky last man alive, and he's not in a good position to defend.
No, it was just Lucky there, left all on his own. Millennium actually on a rampage here. It wouldn't surprise me if we actually see them attempting to pull a flag of their own to try and end this here and now. But I'm sure they'll be more than happy to sit back for a further 2 minutes.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to change it up from Jed. We're going to go on board with Lucky, who's going to be one of the ARs for Epsilon. Currently 2-0 down in maps and need to capture a flag within 1 minute and 50 seconds, or they are crashing down into the losers bracket.
Yep, it's really, really going to be difficult for them. I mean, even if they do win this, they've still got a further 2 rounds to go if they want to advance. But hey, here we go. They're going to give it the best shot with 1 minute 37 left on the clock. We're actually seeing a few of the Millennium players go down. Sours has pulled a flag, as has Gatarga, and Gatarga will be more than happy to tuck himself away in a corner.
Oh, big grenade coming over by Jed, though. Can they do anything to defend that? Yeah, Carnage and Brokey Brooks are just going to clear that right up. Here comes the stun grenade, though. Can they try and return this? Lots of grenades going in. Is Prodigy going to manage to get away from that? Oh, McGee's actually returned the flag. Oh, and they've won it! Can you actually believe it? McGee just walks straight through the middle of the Millennium defense and takes him out in the back. How is he? Oh, sensational play by McGee. Chose not to go for the kill. Comes back round, takes out Prodigy. Just jumps the flag. Walked in by Epsilon. And keeps them in the game.
what is usually quite a quiet, calm and collective Epsilon lineup just burst out of the chairs there in celebration. They needed that, and McGee went absolutely huge to secure it. His heart must have been racing there as he came behind the flag carrier. They had no idea where he was, and he had to make that kill, and he did it. He's played so well in this capture the flag, actually, McGee, because he was the guy, let's not forget, that brought it to that stopwatch.
Yeah, McGee having the absolute game of his life there. Fantastic play by him. Millenium will be very disappointed that they managed to lose that map.